Chapter 7. Unveiled Temptation. Liam's studio loomed minimalist and moody, a sanctuary of bare concrete and muted light tucked beneath Atlanta's restless hum. Shadows pooled in the corners, the air thick with the scent of leather and faint developer fluid. A quiet that wrapped Zephyra Seraphina Locke like a second skin as she stepped inside. Her crimson dress from the rooftop still clung to her curves, its fabric cool against her fevered flesh, her curly waves spilling wild after the dance. The coal locket swayed against her chest, its weight a steady pulse, and her almond-shaped eyes, dark chocolate, molten with resolve, met Liam's as he beckoned her in, his voice a low rumble. "Ready for this, Zeph?" He'd texted her after the gala. "Test shoot tonight. Unveiled. You in?" And she'd come, drawn by his lens, his promise, the pull she couldn't shake. At 28, she'd built her independence, her throne, but Sasha's theft, the campaign, the mock-up, gnawed at her, and Maya's kiss lingered like a question she hadn't answered. Liam stood by a tripod, rugged in his faded jacket, salt and pepper beard glinting under a single bulb, hazel eyes tracing her with an intensity that stripped her bare. "Something new," he said, lifting the camera. "Something ours." She shed the dress, letting it pool at her feet, and stepped into lace, black, sheer, a whisper against her ebony skin. Her vulnerability flared, raw and unguarded, as she moved to the center, the concrete cold beneath her toes. Liam's voice guided her, commanding yet tender. "Arch your back, chin up." She did, the lace clinging to her thighs, her breath hitching as the shutter snapped, a heartbeat in the hush. Each pose blurred art and desire, her body a canvas under his lens. And she felt it again, that power, that exposure, his gaze seeing her beyond the queen she played. "Good," he murmured, stepping closer. "Now let go." Her hands slid to her hips, her head tilted, and the coal locket caught the light, a dark star against her glow. The shutter clicked, and he lowered the camera, his fingers brushing her jaw, tracing a line that stopped just shy of her lips. Heat bloomed where he touched, her pulse racing, their history a current pulling her under. His cot, her laughter, their nights of fire before he'd left. She leaned in, crimson lips parting, a near kiss trembling between them, her independence clashing with the want she couldn't name. "Liam," she whispered, husky and fraught, but the moment held, suspended, electric. The studio door banged open, shattering the spell, and Sasha stormed in, her sharp cheekbones slicing the shadows, a rival photographer trailing her like a shadow. "Spence, we booked this. My shoot's now," she snapped, her voice a blade, her lithe form already shedding a coat for satin. Zephyra's rage flared, white-hot, her hands curling into fists as Sasha smirked, that damned wink flashing again. "You're yesterday's muse, Zeph," she said, stepping into the light, stealing the space, the energy, the night. The crew's murmurs followed. Fresh face, bold move. And Zephyra's throne trembled, her victory from the rooftop crumbling under Sasha's brazen stride. Liam's hand found her shoulder, steadying her storm, his touch a lifeline as she trembled with fury. "We're not done," he growled, his hazel eyes locking on hers, a promise cutting through the chaos. "Unveiled. It's our triumph. You and me." His voice settled in her bones, reigniting her fire, and she nodded, her resolve hardening. She'd fight for this, for her place, her vision. Sasha's laughter echoed, a taunt bouncing off the walls, but Zephyra straightened, lace clinging to her skin, her vulnerability turning to steel. "We'll show them," Liam whispered, his hand lingering, and she felt it. A spark, a chance to redefine her reign. The rival shoot spun up, Sasha posing with a confidence that mirrored Zephyra's own, and Liam packed his gear, his movements deliberate, his gaze never leaving her. "Think on it," he said, echoing their last night, and slipped out, leaving her with the echo of his touch, his words. Her phone buzzed, Maya's text, glowing in the dimness. "Show me your real self." Zephyra stood alone, lace cool against her fevered skin, the coal locket heavier now, a pendulum ticking between Liam's lens, Maya's freedom, and her own uncharted path. Sasha's laughter rang out, a final jab, and Zephyra's crimson lips curved, her choice a crossroads she'd face head-on.